My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. It's currently 10:15 p.m. Always be yourself when someone says you don't have potential. Always be yourself when someone tries to project fear in you and they took your kindness or weakness. All you was trying to do is show for yourself good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. Wasn't running from your reflection when it come to your past. They would never understand that balance is different. You mad, you worthy, never get discouraged at the end of the day because someone's projecting insecurity, jealousy, envy, hate towards you at the end of the day. You mad, you worthy. Always be yourself. I'm Naya. Genuine love, respect. No, it's a trade on me, God darn it. You know, my cousin, my brothers. Okay. No, it's a trade on me. I'm Naya. Genuine love, respect. And it's peace. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence, you matter, you're worthy. Stop the violence, don't dim your light. When you matter, you're worthy. They go and try to stop you, discourage you. But God got your back, you matter, you're worthy. Self-love looks good on you. 1, 2, 3. You matter, you're worthy. You are the blessing to yourself. You don't have to deal with magic or spell work to better yourself. You fall from the hater, never dim your light. Neighbor, neighbor, neighbor. Gotta go, stop the violence. I'm peace. I bring peace. You know, gang stalking is real. You don't have to know somebody for someone to gang stalk your monitor your every move from the time you go from point A to Z, or hack your device, your account, your emails, or they even fake to pretend to act like they know you, or they're so invested into your time and day just to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, or project spoke or magic towards you. Never give up on yourself. My conscience not for everybody. Naya, it's okay if I say that. Here you go. Oh. Peace. Yes, Naya? Be yourself. Okay. I'm peace. I bring peace. I be myself. One day at a time. Don't dim your light. You better, you're worthy. Don't dim your light. Never allow someone to projection or pressure dim your light or discourage you from choosing yourself. You matter, you're worthy. Gotta go. Stop the voice. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. To the genuine ones with no malicious intentions, I truly hope all is well in your end, and I say it respectfully. Healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process, but you matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. Today is currently December 21st, 2025. Always be yourself when someone doesn't see your potential. Never get discouraged because someone wants to make you feel like, hold on 1 second, you're not worthy. You're not worthy. My content is not for everyone. It was more so that pointless conversation. That person that made you feel like you wasn't irrelevant at the end of the day. How your voice didn't matter. You felt like you was the only person in the room. But hold on 1 second. You understood to be comfortable in your own skin when it comes to your shoes. They would never understand elevation is different. Becoming your best self vision of yourself. They would never understand your reflection. It wasn't a rejection. Who would knew at the end of the day? You walking into certain folks' space at the end of the day. They would never understand that hold on 1 second. Your voice does matter when it comes to it wasn't competition, let alone hate. It's a trade, don't be. No, for real, for real. Never allow someone to make you feel like you're the only one that's not present at the end of the day. Meaning, never allow yourself to dim your light because your light makes someone's light dim and their darkness within them when it comes to their spiritual, habitat that they want to attack you. Never allow that to discourage you. And I say that respectfully. Individuals don't have to know you at the end of the day for them to project spell work or send you the evil lie or gang stalk your mind to your every move. How this type of stuff actually happens. How chicks and dudes will look at you like competition, saying that you're not irrelevant at the end of the day. You was in a space to be your authentic self, even when folks had all looks like you wasn't irrelevant when you wasn't trying to catch a case. They said, why you continue to show for yourself? Ain't nobody hearing you at the end of the day. You talking to yourself. You talk too much when you wasn't trying to catch a case. A rhythm they can relate to. How the grass was green on the other side at the end of the day, because they would never understand how God was showing you balance when it comes to God's knowledge. How God allows you to see balance when it comes to, hold on 1 second, that fruitful cup. That seed that you actually allowed yourself to grow at the end of the day, to pour into yourself. They would never understand maturity is different. It was never competition. At the end of the day, they matter someone's tax rate when it came to communication, lack of self-control. At the end of the day, someone's having a broken heart, hold on 1 second, trauma and pain, being discouraged, but you still don't respect your neighbor. They would never understand your rainy day. No, you have to change. Always be yourself. Always be yourself and all attentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. Entertain purpose only. No, it's a trade, don't be, God darn it. You have been minding your business with the mind your business. No, for real, for you know the holiday time coming around or whatever the case may be. You know when you have those certain neighbors that you around or whatever the case may be, no matter your environment in the day. You know that some person that you never spoke to a day in your life, and you know they decide to say I'm having to get together within the building or in a household, whatever the case may be. You know they trying to chase you down as you trying to mind your business. Yo, neighbor, 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 hey neighbor, party over here. It's the trick on me. This food starts to express, not only they got coronas, you know, they start to say, you know what? It's a special time of the year, you know, we make this special drink or whatever the case may be. And you like, I don't do alcoholic beverages. I got some food for you. No, have to drink on me. You know, you don't talk to me through the summertime, wintertime, spring, you know, sleet, snow, whatever the case may be, the nice, bright, sunny day. It been a trade on me. That one neighbor that got so much to say them day when they got a little drink in their system. No, have to trade on me. No, for real. Oh, what's your name besides neighbor? It's the trick on me. I know who you are. I know who you are. You in that apartment right there, right? Here, everybody talk about you all the time. It's the trick on me. This motherfucker so drunk at the end of the day, start telling everybody goddamn business. Yeah, they don't like you. I don't know what you did to them. You cool with me though? It's the trick on me. You want a drink? You want some food? You can always come over here. No, the trick on me. So, you know, the next day starts to roll in or whatever the case may be. You see this fool down by the elevator, whatever the case may be. Or y'all just bump into each other in the street or whatever the case may be. I remember you. Yeah. I ain't gonna tell nobody we had that conversation, but these motherfuckers over here is fucking crazy. Hey, what? That's a trade over me. Whenever you want something to drink, I'll make you a no alcohol beverage. Cause I know you don't drink. I remember that. I know I was under the influence, but I remember you. You cool with me. You cool in my book. Yes, friend, yeah. This idiot started to explain, like, listen, I heard a lot about you, but I got to know you personally. And you good in my book. No, if the trade told me some hating ass bitches, jealous envy. I heard what they did to you, baby. Oh, I prayed. I even called my water and told them what happened. And I asked for them to pray for you too. That's why they told me, not in a bad way. I know these motherfuckers been sending you the evil eye, all types of weird shit, all types of dumb shit. They was playing with your mail too. You start to find out shit that they've been doing around your environment in the day. You not surprised? No other trade though, because hold on 1 second, the devil's gonna show up some way and somehow in the day and through somebody and tell the goddamn truth. Motherfucker gonna say, yeah, these motherfuckers be digging in your garbage too. Wait, what? Yeah, they take it into their own apartment and then do rituals and stuff. I don't do that weird shit. No. That's crazy. That's local stuff. Oh, tell me more. Matter of fact, we can have dinner. Friday. Yeah, I'm off Friday. I'll come see you. Matter of fact, I don't think it's safe to knock on your door because I don't want them to look at me crazy. No, I have to trade them. I'm supposed to be on the mean team. I have to trade them be in between. Oh, shit. You know the motherfuckers are telling when they say whatever case may be? But listen, neighbor, we good people. I pray for you, not against you. Whatever going on around us or whatever the case may be, we good. Right. We good peoples, right? Yeah. It's a trait though for me. You know, my content, everybody, and that's okay. You know, gang stalking is real to your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views of clout chasing or fame. How individuals will monitor your device, your accounts, your emails, hack your devices, your accounts, your emails, monitor your every move from point A to Z at the end of the day. How this type of stuff actually happens. They would even reroute your mail, your packages, or even act like they gave it to you or it was received because they know folks that work in different departments. How this type of stuff actually happens. Just for a couple of dollars, someone's mindset would change. They would forget about their job, only rest the hold on 1 second. What happened in your rainy days when it comes to save at the end of the day? They ain't gonna save your life because they would do the same thing. Hold on 1 second. What they just did to me, to you. When they feel like, hold on 1 second, when you're not available, or when they ready to disrespect you, or when you speak up for yourself at the end of the day, like, damn, that person wasn't even doing nothing to you. You wanted to spare somebody's feelings. You try to kick somebody down because you understood someone knew how to smile. How this type of stuff actually happens. You know, when it comes to gang stalking. You know, my content is not for everyone. You know, they will pay people, regardless if you're a sex worker or not, an addict, or someone that's under financial stability crisis or whatever the case may be, just to project fear on an innocent person, how this type of stuff actually happens. How they would gang stalk, monitor someone's every move, hack their devices, accounts, and then try to paint somebody to be mentally unstable. How they plot to rob somebody spiritually or financially, because we do live in a spiritual world. How folks will travel to you at the end of the day, invading your space, and as soon as you speak up for yourself, calling your energy back, you hold on one second, you wasn't trying to catch a case, but they wanted to now shoot the fair one when they come to hold on one second, trying to have hands. It be the train of thought for me, all because you truly rare. Hold on one second, they take your kindness and weakness. They looking for a reaction so you can knuckle up with them at the end of the day, so they can actually have control over the narrative, to try to abuse you mentally, spiritually, financially, to control the narrative, to get you locked up, to try to take control of your mental health. It be the train of thought from you, how the simple stuff actually happens when you truly woke and make someone truly uncomfortable in their own skin. How they look at you like competition because you know how the hell to go within. How they plotting on your every move so you could be a crash out when you didn't have to pretend to be authentic. How these chicks and dudes is copycats. It didn't matter they tags back at the end of the day if they had a mom and pops in the household. It be the train of thought because these folks pick and choose who they want to bully. It be the train of thought from when it comes to your point of view. They said that 7:30 thing, your elevator don't work. But I never understood that at the end of the day, when you fall from crazy, fall from thirsty, being authentic, fall from a clout chaser, they would never understand it was never for likes and views, a clout chaser, no fame, to love yourself, to understand that pain is different. We all ain't the same. I know how to respect my neighbor, to stay in my lane. How folks will try to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, because someone on the other side at the end of the day that was truly blocked. Hold on one second, because God was protecting your heart, let alone your mental, when it comes to your growth, when it comes to, hold on one second, you truly was smart. Because God closed certain doors in your life, but someone wants to keep tabs on you when it comes to your past. So they got to pay this person. They got to act like they so invested in certain folks and certain communities at the end of the day, just to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, to keep up with you, just to project spell work, trying to kick credit off God's work at the end of the day. Or because they truly didn't understand. Hold on one second. It was never competition, you hater. No other trade off of me how this type of stuff actually happens. How your past try to be irrelevant in your presence, trying to gain access at the end of the day. Got folks monitoring your every move, trying to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially. Didn't matter if it was a couple, elderly, adult, child, man, woman, heavy, the train of thought for me. How folks would try to paint you out to be the villain in their story, all because you didn't have to pretend to actually like somebody, respect them, your authentic self. That bothers someone's mental when they can't understand their own reflection, looking in the mirror, going within, understand their own trauma and pain when it comes to balance. They got mad at you because you had boundaries. They didn't have to disrespect someone when it come to becoming your best self vision of yourself. No, for real, how this type of stuff really happens. No mother or father should lose a child due to someone's jealousy, envy, or insecurity. It doesn't matter what type of job that someone has, and I say that respectfully. A mother that's a prayer warrior, a father that's a protector. Did it matter if they came from poverty and pain or not? No. Did it matter if they had a single family household or not? No, it did not. Because a miracle came into their life that made them feel they could change their life for all the right reasons when it was labeled a number, or they was labeled somebody they truly wasn't at the end of the day. And all they wanted to do was protect their baby. Because not every mother and father does things for likes and views or cloud chasing or fame, or assist their project spoke towards their baby or bring their baby harm. And I said it respectfully regardless of how old their child is. My content is not for everyone. It's not. No mother or father should have their child stripped away from them because someone doesn't respect someone's boundaries. Someone has lack of self-control. Someone wants to make a mother and father's life miserable. Someone wants to put a mother and father in competition with their own reflection so they can realize, hold on one second, you wasn't the issue. Someone wanted to control the narrative when it came to you. You wasn't trying to be nobody's friend. You let your child know they had a safe place. You let your child know what love looks like, even something that you never was used to. You allowed your child to feel at the end of the day that they are worthy. You allowed your child to know at the end of the day that you're a provider. You allowed your child to know at the end of the day they have a safe place. And someone didn't want you to maintain a smile. Someone wants you to be in the mindset of being a crash out. How someone was preying on your downfall so someone could energy harvest off your baby's energy, or project sport towards your baby, or make your baby feel like they their own worst prisoner. My content is not for everybody. It doesn't matter if it was a single family household or not at the end of the day. When someone has a mindset of trying to discourage a mother and a father, to make a mother and father feel like they're not fit to be parents at the end of the day. My content is not for everyone. And I say it respectfully, it's not. Gang stalking is real to your household. And you're not doing it for likes, if it's a clout chase or fame. You know, when you never sign up for someone's one-sided ass contract, when you never sign up for someone's bully game at the end of the day, and you start to speak up for yourself because someone decided to take your kindness so weakness, and someone's in the background threatening your life that nobody will ever believe you at the end of the day because, hold on one second, it was part of a plot to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, even project the hate crime towards you, or just to try to project fear in you. But they were behind the scenes at the end of the day, trying to control your devices, trying to paint you to be mentally unstable, and that you don't know what you're talking about at the end of the day. They want to paint you to be crazy. They want to be able to control the narrative as your documentation be blackmailed against you at the end of the day to get you locked up, put you in the site board. They would even act like they had conversations with you at the end of the day when they never did. Or they would use conversations at the end of the day and she probably would reach out to somebody and respected somebody, acknowledge somebody at the end of the day with no misintentions. Just acknowledging somebody at the end of the day, all they wanted to do was just ruin your reputation, to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially. It'd be the train of thought for me. How this type of stuff actually happens when it comes to gang stalking. You know, chicks and dudes will monitor your every move, try to discourage you at the end of the day to ruin your reputation, right to left. Hold on one second, a projection they can't relate to is confidence. How you so mad and so disturbed trying to kick somebody down because you your own habitat at the end of the day. You didn't understand your lane when it comes to, hold on one second, your lack of self-control. What happened to your discipline, talking about you so real, but you don't know how to be authentic. It'd be the train of thought for me. How this type of stuff actually happens. Chicks and dudes be laughing so loud, hold on one second, trying to discourage you. They be plotting, hold on one second, behind that smile, but they mask for love when it comes to their lack of conscience. It be the train of thought for me. You know, when you vibe and high, that truly bothers someone's mental health. You didn't need a whole group of cheerleaders at the end of it to cheer you on because you was far from pretending being your best self vision of yourself. Hold on one second, when God wasn't misleading you wrong. That balance is different when it comes to motivation. Hold on one second, yeah, you was the biggest flex to yourself. You know, pouring into yourself. They would never understand how God was truly showing you that you allow yourself to heal, that you are worthy to pour into you. You know, when folks try to paint you to be the mentally unstable patient at the end of the day, when you was far from what they need a straight body jack at the end of the day, because you knew how to understand A from point to Z at the end of the day. I choose me understanding what that you can relate to. Confidence. Hold on one second. That testimony is different. You know, I may be whack and corny to the average person, but my content is not for everyone. It's not a crime to be authentic. It's not. They said you whack and you're corny. You were nobody. Nah, yeah, you shaking your head, whack and corny. But you pouring so invest at the end of the day. That someone is so corny, but you got to dibble and dabble, spoken in a toxic way. You competing with a one-sided mission that, hold on one second, someone wasn't trying to lack when it come to confidence. That bothers your mental health. That's why you got to dibble and dabble, spoke, go to that witch, that warlock, or that covenant, whatever the case may be. You know, that doctor. That terror, that comic, that witch, or that warlock, it be the train of thought for me. You make yourself feel so irrelevant to kick the next person down, or because, hold on one second, someone knew how to fix their crown. We don't all pray the same, but I'm far from a hater, didn't have to pretend, and I say that respectfully, neighbor. No, I have to change, don't be, always be yourself now, for real, for real. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence, you know you're worthy. Don't dim your light. Hi to the genuine ones. I'm peace, I bring peace. Hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Monday, self-love every day. Tuesday, self-control every day. Wednesday, motivation every day. Thursday, I choose me when they overlook me every day. Friday, you know you're worthy, never dim your light. You know, hold on one second. So Saturday, never allow someone to dim your light when you fall from a hater. Neighbor. Never dim your light. Sunday is here. Hey, to the genuine ones. Never give up on yourself. You are the blessing to yourself. You're a miracle. Set the light shining within you. Love yourself, don't dim your light. Love yourself, don't dim your light. They gon' hate, but God got your back. Don't hate, but God got your back. They gon' hate, but God got your back. Even when you mess up, don't run from your past. Even when you mess up, don't run from your past. Taking accountability for your action. Love yourself. Have a good week. Gotta go. Stop the violence. I'm peace. You know, my content is not for everybody. It was more so aid than effort. They would never understand how they didn't have a chance. Hold on one second. When it come to being authentic, how they a copycat? Only was to hold on 1 second. They wanted to kick you down when it come to having potential. They wanted to make you feel like you had your own trust issues. But motivation is different when you got self-control. Hold on 1 second. They would never understand how the devil try to confuse you, but God didn't shortchange you. When God truly showed you balance is different. When your heavenly mother, Father God, and remove the hands off the will. It be the train of thought for me. How you take a chance on your life when it comes to hold on 1 second, actually healing. How folks will laugh at you, but never get discouraged because hold on 1 second, you your best self vision of yourself. Even when chicks in the background dibbling down with spoke or magic or whatever they trying to do and never discourage you. They would never understand at the end of the day how God was truly covering you. When God revealed the devil alone, the enemy, regardless it was that ugly ass hold on 1 second, one-sided ass conversation when someone was trying to keep up with you. When someone was in the background trying to keep up with you. They taking those, but God's restoring you. They would never understand at the end of the day, energy is different because God got a better plan when the devil try to stop you. The enemy trying to discourage you, get you out of character, fall from a crash. They would never understand. You didn't have to pretend to understand. Unconditional love started within. Being your authentic self, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself, no sentence. Entertaining purpose only. No, that's a trait on me. Ah! You ever mind you been within mind your business? You ever fell in love? No, it's a trade on me. What the fuck was you thinking? Ah! It's a trade on me. Entertainment purposes only. You ever started thinking at the end of the day that you thought you was in love? No, for real, for real. When you start thinking about getting tattoos of somebody's name or whatever the case may be, hold on 1 second. Your age is going to really start kicking your ass. No, for real, for real. When you realize at the end of the day you saved your own life. No, it's the trade on me. And the dummy really believed it too. It's the trade on me. First of all, you ever decided to talk to babe one time when you was in a relationship, when you big single, you put it in your book if you're in a relationship or not, and that relationship it didn't go but so far. Thank you, Jesus, you allowed me to feel I healed. I didn't lose me. No, the trade on me. You ever decided to start talking to babe about how you wanted to get a tattoo about your relationship, how compatible y'all are together, and you see them as the future, your forever person at the end of the day? When a motherfucker say forever, that's too long. Just run. Just run. Run. I swear. Run. No, for real, because a motherfucker be like, forever too long. Like, I don't think this gonna be a full season relationship. It's the trait over me. So y'all start talking about tattoos or whatever the case may be. They seem so interested or whatever the case may be. It got so realistic how real it is at the end of the day. There's motherfuckers say, you know what? I'm gonna get a tattoo for you too. No, the trade over me. Only about to hold on 1 second. Y'all both was on the same page. No. Y'all wasn't. Y'all really wasn't on the same page. Someone that truly loves you to value your time and day. It wasn't a debate, and I say that respectfully because hold on 1 second, it was never hate. It was never competition when it comes to real love. Who would have known that you've been sleeping next to the devil this whole entire time? Hold on 1 second, allow you to heal. Realizing who you was dealing with at the end of the day was part of your past, allow you to see that hold on 1 second, you are worthy. You poured into the wrong cup. Someone couldn't see a vision when it come to your future. Who would know at the end of the day? You wasn't trying to shortchange yourself or your reflection. They would never understand the motivation is different. They say God not real. You ever told somebody that God allows you to hell? You ever told somebody about God, how God has been blessing you every single day since you've been showing up for yourself when it comes to a journey they can't relate to? And in the background, they like, God not real. Shut the F up about this G-O-D that you keep talking about at the end of the day. That means that relationship ain't for you. It'd be the center of thought for me. You already hear enough from the outside world when it comes to folks kicking you down about God. But that favor that God allowed you to see at the end of the day, it wasn't hard. Because God gave you balance, acknowledge your worth when it comes to maturing at the end of the day. How when the right person walks into your life, they didn't have to pretend, let alone catch a kid, because they wasn't trying to have a hand problem and mislead you wrong. The little things at the end they made the best bring out of you. Because hold on 1 second, someone saw you. Respects you, hates you, good day, bad days, misunderstanding day. Only was the hold on 1 second, someone wanted to spend forever and you wasn't trying to catch a case. The energy is different. Someone stepping for you, praying for your biggest cheerleader, up close the person behind closed doors, even with chicks and dudes in different tax brackets trying to tear you down, kick you down, make you feel like the end that you're supposed to frown. Because they don't want to see you with the potential, someone loving you properly, showing you that you can overcome a storm that they can relate to. Hold on 1 second, confidence. Someone actually being emotionally available at the end of the day. They wasn't trying to have that cake and eat it too at the end of the day, because actions speak louder than words when it comes to real love. No, for real. Wow, someone sees you, hates you, respects you. bringing peace into your life. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And just because woman's energy is different. Wow. Someone didn't have to manipulate God. And I say that respectfully. Y'all both was far from haters. Let them kicking each other down. Hold on one second. Misery loves company wasn't part of your vocabulary. When it comes to a future, hold on one second. So and so you're showing your vocabulary is different. You prayed to go within. A prayer that became a dream come true. So much we didn't have to pretend. Someone wasn't doing it for likes and views of cloud chasing or fame. It went from 1 year to 2 years to 3 years to 40 years. Who would have knew at the end of the day? Things will allow you to see that hold on one second. God allowed you to change. God allowed you to change for the better. God closed certain doors in your life to understand the weather. God was blocking you, protecting you from your past for all the right reasons, but your reflection wasn't running from it. The energy is different when it comes to maturing. You know, when folks didn't see your worth, they said that you're doing too much because you knew how to love somebody. The energy is different. You know, being loyal, respecting somebody, meeting them halfway. Hold on one second. That energy is different when it comes to confidence. Someone truly being genuine and kind. They wasn't trying to manipulate you, gaslight you. Hold on one second. Throw your past in your face. Hold on one second. What a miracle. A miracle, someone loving you. You on Devon's time, and they would never understand that someone truly allows you to hell when it comes to hold on one second. You're passing them your reality today because God truly allowed you to see that hold on one second. Someone truly keeping it real. You know, my content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I am far from a hater. Always be yourself. Today's currently December 21st, 2005, and it's currently 10:41 p.m. The fake love. That was part of your real, your norm at the end of the day. To do somebody wrong like yourself. Hold on one second. I thought you wasn't trying to catch a case. How you dibbling down with your own karma, trying to figure out your own marbles when it comes to your self-control. What happened to your discipline? And then Matthew had a moms and pops in the household. How you out here being a big bully at the end of the day, trying to lose control. You know, taking an innocent person's kindness or weakness because you didn't want them to see their own potential or because you had judgment within you. It'd be the train of thought for me. How folks pick and choose who they want to bully, discourage, all because someone understood. Hold on one second. Fake love doesn't live within me when it comes to being real. I don't look at my neighbor like competition when I'm truly trying to hell. And be the train of thought for me. Even when you get lost in your words, never allow someone to discourage you. And I say that respectfully. You know, practice makes perfect. They would never understand. It was never competing when it comes to unconditional love started within. You know, you're mad and you're worthy. Never get discouraged. And I say that respectfully. How certain folks try to blackmail you, disrespect you, all because hold on one second, you truly keeping it real. Thank you, no, thank you. Hold on one second. I didn't know that was a crime at the end of the day to say hold on one second, six feet apart. I didn't know that was a crime to say 6 feet apart. When you actually got a heart, they would never understand how God was truly steering you the right direction when God truly allowed you to feel at the end of the day. Never dim your light when it comes to having a heart. Because you got folks and chicks around you that barely got a soul, love, and spirit at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully because they're their own worst enemy. You know, their own worst critic. They hurt their own self and word with their own words when they behind closed doors so nobody can actually hear. It'd be the train of thought for me. How they so impressed how you can elevate and prosper, how all the things that they put you through to kick you down. They would never understand that, hold on a second, God wasn't trying to see you frown. They would never understand the tools and the morals that God endowed with you when it comes to boundaries. That self-reflection is different when it comes to having potential. Never get discouraged because the enemy try to stop you, or the discouragement at the end of the day from the devil try to bring harm to you when God's sweet protecting you. That you're worthy. Fake love doesn't lie within you. No, that's a trade on me. Always be yourself with no message. I'm far from a hater. Yeah. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. I love to talk about love. You know, when it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have since day one. You know, gang stalking is real to your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing or fame. You know, it'll be couples, elderly people, children, man or woman, monitoring your every move like monitoring spirits to invade your space, or to rob you mentally, spiritually, or financially, or even project a hate crime towards you, or even try to get you locked up, put you in the cyber to try to blackmail you against you. How this type of stuff actually happens when it comes to gang stalking. You don't have to know somebody for someone to gang stalk you. And it doesn't matter what type of situation someone's in at the moment for someone to gang stalk you or monitor your every move. And I say that respectfully. These individuals act like they know you, had conversations with you, will blackmail you against you. When it comes to customer service, you think you're talking to customer service when you're really talking to people that's behind the gang stalking. How they will control the narrative in the background to paint you to be mentally unstable. They will hack your devices, your accounts, your emails, monitor your every move. They will reroute your phone calls, your packages, and your mail at the end of the day. And when you speak up for yourself, because you're calling your energy back, they quick to say at the end of the day who you think you are. When they trying to got when they want to have your back against the wall, they want you to have the monster, not have them pretend you. They want to make you so homeless at the end of the day, so you could be your own issue. They don't want you to have the qualities of loving yourself, to have your third eye open. So they rather poison you at the end of the day. When it comes to your narcotics, your food, your drink, you be so surprised how chicks and dudes truly be hating, how they gotta make themselves feel irrelevant when it come to hate groups. Only as the hold on 1 second, they were just trying to discourage you. They want you to be in a monster at the end of the day. Or because you understood faith is different. It was never competition. You fall from hate, neighbor. You know, my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm not a genuine love respect, and my content is not for everyone. Check you out, what's up, butterfly? Check you out, what's up, butterfly? Yeah, miracle, what a blessing. Don't dim your light, you paying attention. I love myself, I ain't trying to dim my light. Continue to blossom, butterfly, continue to blossom. Not only was you fly, you had swag to you. Book smart, street smart, hold on 1 second, taking account for your actions. Wasn't running from your reflection when it come to your words. You wasn't trying to become your worst enemy when it come to hurting yourself with your verbs. The energy is different. Running from your reflection when God was showing you motivation is different when it comes to balance. Who would know at the end of the day? God was protecting you, letting you know at the end of the day, I am worthy. I am worthy of choosing me. You know, butterfly, when you look in the mirror, you're beautiful, you're handsome. They would never understand that God didn't tell a lie. Even when a discouraging enemy or neighbor or devil or whatever the case may be, try to discourage you, make you feel like you'll be shaking in your boots. You know, this type of stuff actually happens, butterfly. They would try to distract you, project spoke towards you, make you feel like you're not worthy of being you. But when you chose you, you understood it's going to take a whole lot not to lose you again. That's why you found balance. It took a couple of years. They would never understand 1, 2, 3, hold on 1 second, going on 4. They would never understand, hold on 1 second, motivation is different. That relationship, it didn't work out. That job site, hold on 1 second, it didn't work out. Certain folks that was supposed to be part of your journey at the end of the day, very so much thankful to hold on 1 second. They didn't distract you from choosing yourself when it comes to bettering yourself. How certain folks from your past, where they at. How God allowed you to see why you elevate. Hold on 1 second. They gonna always hate like that. But never get discouraged because you poured into yourself. New beginners, they would never understand that. Hold on 1 second. It was never competition when it comes to motivation, self-control, discipline is different. Self-love looks good on you. And I say that respectfully. It's a format they can relate to. Who would have knew that growth allows you to feel how you truly allow you to heal? You know, my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. I may not be entertaining to the average person, and that's okay. But my content is not for everyone. I would never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. When you call back your energy, I love me not to dim my light. I had to say it repeatedly. I had to look in the mirror to understand my reflection. The devil alone, the enemy can't take what God allowed me to feel at the end of the day. My intuition, my anointings, my favor. Because it wasn't a hesitation at the end of the day. When God allowed you to see why your lane was for you, and you knew how to respect folks, but they didn't understand and communicate the end of the day to stay in their lane, or when they can't relate to was unconditional love at the end of the day was never for fame. Likes, if you used to cloud chasing or fame, that energy is different because when the right people see you, respect you, they fall from haters, let alone copycats. They actually inspire, they actually put respect on your name. They actually know how to acknowledge you even on a rainy day. You know, they fall from dibbling down with magic or spell work or being part of a hate group at the end of the day. You know that performance is different. They was far from being part of someone's script when they actually wanted to get to know you. No, that's a trick. I mean, they want to do it for likes and views, the cloud chasing fame, because they don't look at you like competition when they truly for you. I gotta go. You know, I don't push God on nobody, and my content is not for everyone. Have a safe year, day, evening, week, weekend, humanity worthy. You know, when God sends the right people into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you with no malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. It's not I outdo you better than you. It's not competition, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Someone enjoys your authenticity. They don't have to know you, but they know how to put respect on your name, give you flowers at the end of the day. They ain't trying to put on a show to try to ruin your reputation. I say that respectfully, dibbling down with magic because they don't want you to believe in your faith. No, they don't do that type of stuff. No, 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 no. We don't all operate that like haters. No, 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 no. You know, when God sends the right people into your life, folks act their body weight, not their shoe size. Regardless, they came from poverty and pain at the end of the day, even when the devil tried to tell so many lies. The enemy tried to discourage you, make you feel at the end of the day. Is there normal people in the world? Only rather hold on 1 second. Folks wasn't trying to do you wrong and mislead you with pain. That energy is different when you pass on your reality today. You wasn't running from your reflection when it come to time and day. You know, becoming your best self vision of yourself. Actions spoke loud in words when you allow yourself to acknowledge yourself when it comes your way. And I don't mean narcotics. They would never understand. Hold on 1 second. Confidence looks good on you today. You are beautiful. You are handsome. Never allow someone to discourage you. You know, regardless if you're an entrepreneur or a content creator or not, at the end of the day, never allow someone to dim your light. Never allow someone to make you feel like you're wrong for loving yourself. Never allow someone to make you feel like you're wrong for having boundaries, but you know how to respect your neighbor. And I say that respectfully. Never allow someone to stop you from choosing yourself because they want to project fear on you. You tie your shoe differently. You may not sing as the average person, but you ain't hurting nobody or others around you. You may draw differently, but you're not hurting nobody or yourself at the end of the day. You're just different and you express yourself differently. You may be a poet and you may express yourself differently, but you're very creative and you're very talented because the gift is not on you, it's within you. And can't nobody steal what God endured within you. You know, when they say people be trying to destiny swipe in the day, all they doing is sitting there taking notes. They can't destiny swipe with the original, the blueprint. No, hello, dumbass. It's the truth on me. All you can do is sit there and be a copycat, you jackass. I hope you find your own identity, you dummy. No, the truth on you, goddamn fool. I never understood this at the end of the day. A motherfucker would say that at the end of the day. I wonder what they have. You can't have somebody's destiny, stupid. Know what the trait told me? It's within them, not on them. A shoe that you can't relate to is confidence. While somebody stand before themselves to actually heal, to find balance, acknowledging their worth at the end of the day, you couldn't understand their growth. You would want someone to shake in their own boots at the end of the day, but you be confusing your own self because you're your own worst enemy. Only because you asking for something that you can't wait, let alone hold. And I say that respectfully. Truth be told. How folks try to discourage you because you got a dream. Folks try to discourage because you willing to choose, you know, in between. You ain't running from your past. They would never understand at the end of the day. Confidence is different. Certain folks was supposed to be part of your journey. That's why true love can truly last. You know, self-confidence starts within. Regardless, you had the moms and pops in your life at the end of the day, you didn't have to pretend. Folks try to project that you had mommy and daddy issues, but choosing yourself was the best gift that you gave to yourself because God never overlooked you. We're not the same. And I'm far from hate, and I said respectfully when folks try to project pain. No, I have to trade for me. Always be yourself. And I'm far from hate. No, for real. Always be yourself. It's one thing being inspired by somebody, but you can't be somebody you truly not at the end of the day. And I said that respectfully. You could sit there and monitor somebody's moves for years and months at a time, but you can't be them. It's a train of thought for me. And then you sit there and say someone is mentally unstable, slow, stupid, and retarded, but you're trying to be something that you're truly not at the end of the day. And then in the process, you're disrespecting the blueprint of somebody carrying their own weight. And I don't mean narcotics, being authentic. I know how to give respect when it's due. I know how to give flowers when it's due. And I'm far from a hater. Always be yourself, but no misintentions. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. I go live every night on YouTube at 10:15 p.m. My content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. You know, when it comes to gang stalking, they would try to do humiliation rituals towards you, dig up your past, try to humiliate you. But when you don't run from your past, let alone he say, she say, even if they lying at the end of the day or not, they would never understand that growth is different. I wasn't trying to become my own worst enemy when I looked in the mirror. You said I thought I was too tough, but I just understand boundaries is different when it comes to growth. Regardless, I came from poverty and pain. I knew how to respect my neighbor. I knew that certain folk wasn't for me at the end of the day. I ain't had to pretend to play somebody close. Oh, because hold on 1 second, I wasn't seeking revenge. I just knew how to be my authentic self and keep it pushing. Hold on 1 second, because everybody not gonna understand when you actually choose yourself. Certain folks be like, how you? Why you? Why you? Why you? Why you? Why you? Why you so different? It's not a crime to be authentic. Everybody's not for you. Hold on one second. Because everybody's not trying to be down with the it group, the popular kids. I'd rather understand at the end of the day. I'd rather choose me to understand my win with the right people on my side. It was in competition because God didn't tell a lie. The energy is different. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and I say that respectfully. Never get discouraged because someone's in the background threatening your life, regardless if it's a couple, man, woman, child, or elderly. And I say that respectfully because you know how to be authentic. And folks try to take credit for your creativity, or folks try to blackmail you out of you and try to make money off you at the end of the day, and then try to disrespect you. Or someone doesn't want you to see that you are worthy when it comes to having potential. Because when it comes to gang stalking, you'd be surprised how individual project spoke towards individuals that's trying to come towards you just to try to dim your light. But when the right people see you, hate, respect you, they fall from haters. If it wasn't competition, they actually willing to get to know you without a hesitation. No, I gotta go. Oh, you be yourself. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hate to stop the violence in the community. Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hate to stop the violence in the community. No, for real, stop the violence, god darn it. Peace and respect, some respect, your name, but the better word on them, you let go there, but on them, you like, stop the violence. I gotta go. I'm Naya, Junior Love Respect. I go live on YouTube every night at 10:15 p.m. And when it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have since day one, since I started on Instagram. And I say it respectfully. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. YouTube every night. I go live at 10:15 p.m. When it comes to my creativity, I get it from my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father God. And I don't want to double good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. My soul was never for sale, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. When God sends the right people to your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you, they don't look at you like competition, and they fall from haters. Because we are all not the same, so we're not fussing, that we keep it pushing. We don't got time to send spell work or the evil eye or that weird shit or gang stalk nobody. You weird son of a bitch. Have the trade off me. And you got the nerve to call somebody crazy, slow, stupid, and retarded. No, the trade off me. How you gang stalking somebody, monitoring every move, and doing all types of weird shit to project fear in somebody, but you sitting there talking about they slow, stupid, retarded? No, you need a straight body jacket. I say that respectfully. Doctor! No, for real, for real. It be the center thought for me. Never allow that mindset to get you discouraged, regardless of what zip code, county, or country, or continent you're in. And I say that respectfully. We all don't pray the same, but we all not haters. And I say that respectfully, regardless of your culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability, or age. We are all not haters, regardless of someone's practice of religion. And I say that respectfully. We all don't dibble and dab with that toxic spell work, whatever the case may be. And I say that respectfully. I don't energy harvest off my neighbor's energy. I ain't got a destiny swipe with nobody. Still someone's swag when it comes to their potential. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. And I would never hurt myself. And I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. Let them dish you, but never dismiss you. Loving yourself at the end of the day, they will never understand how you was in your own lane. They want you to have a tissue so bad to be a crash out so they can point out all your point of views at the end of the day that you ain't worthy when you ain't trying to catch a case. They want you to paint you out to be a crash out because they preying on your downfall. Oh, because hold on one second, God, so you maintaining your smile more. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. And I would never hurt myself when I say respectfully. Gang stalking is real to your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing or fame. Peace and respect, some respect, so they but damn, you like gotta go damn, you like stop the violence. And never feel wrong for expressing yourself to the wrong person. Because when the right people walk into your life, that respect is reciprocated. They don't have jealousy or envy on the table. They don't have the mindset of hurting you at the end of the day. They ain't trying to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, or project spoke towards you, or send you the evil eye, or have a hate group watching your every move. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. Today is currently December 21st, 2025, and it's currently 10:59 p.m. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and when it comes to my creativity, there's no third party that's involved when it comes to my creativity. I work alone regardless of trying to blackmail me against me, and I say that respectfully. Always work by myself since day one. Nobody helped me when it comes to my creativity, and never did. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. Never get discouraged because someone wants to take credit for your work. When God saw the devil, let on the enemy, trying to participate, trying to kick you down. But you mad, you worthy. Never allow them to see you at the end of the day. She not never allow them to see you. Stop choosing yourself. It was never for clout chasing, because God was never for sale. When God shows you that the right people show up for you, the grass hits green differently, because there's no in between. And I don't mean no disrespect. The same way you pour into yourself, the right people will pour into you. And it wouldn't be for likes and views or clout chasing or fame. And I say that respectfully. I'm not aging on respect, and I'm far from a hater, regardless to how you pray. And the channel, all be yourself. To the genuine ones only with no misintentions, I truly hope all is well in your end, and I say it respectfully. Just because someone did not love you, respect you, protect you, or meet you halfway, or see that you have potential, or you pour into the wrong cup, never give up on yourself. Healing childhood trauma going into your adulthood is not an overnight process, and I say it respectfully. But you matter and you are worthy, regardless of your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, disability, or age, or religion. To the genuine ones with no intentions, protect your energy, protecting your family, stay out of trouble. You matter and you're worthy. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself. And I say it respectfully. Your voice does matter when it comes to gang stalking. You was never doing it for likes, if you a cloud chasing no fame. They would never understand. We all ain't the same. I'm far from the hater. I gotta go. Peace and respect, some respect. Your neighbors, you better on them. You like God, I'll go on them, but on them. You like stop the violence. I go live every night on YouTube at 10:15 p.m. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I go live every night on YouTube at 10:15 p.m. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and it's not a crime to be authentic. What's for you will respect you. What's not at the end of the day, never allow that to dim your light. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. We all don't pray the same. I'm far from the hater. I gotta go. Stop the violence.